Intermission time! If there is anything you need, contact me here. That is all. Bro, he wants Itsuki so bad. Yashiro is my long-lost brother. Really? I love how Tiki just believes the ridiculous story that Yashiro is Itsuki's long-lost brother. But, of course, Yashiro is now part of the team. He's here, he's part of the family. We love him, he's a brother to us now. Maiko wanted to talk to us because she has something cooking up. Kyria and Yashiro are collaborating, which means they can perform a duo art attack, which they can randomly perform in the middle of the battle. This also extends sessions. Now, we're going to be getting a lot of these duo arts. I know there's one for Tiki and Mamori, one for Ellie and Toma. We're eventually going to get them. I probably won't show them off too often, but you have a little cutscene with Maiko each time, and it's nothing. Not much happens. I never talked about Yashiro and his Mirage. One, he's looking edgy as hell, and his Mirage is Navarre, from Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and Mystery of the Emblem. Navarre is a lone, myrmidon, mercenary, swordsman who started a huge trend in the Fire Emblem series. Most every Fire Emblem game has a Navarre character early in the game, so this man created a whole archetype. I think he very much deserves to be in this game. And he's cool, he looks cool. He just has that, ARMS arm. Like the Nintendo game ARMS. That's not Navarre, that's Spring Man. More class changes, baby. I'm doing Navarre immediately because he's an insane unit. I made him a Swordmaster over a hero because that damage number is just sexy. And now we're promoting Kane. Jesus Christ, what is that spike on the back of their head? That's horrifying. I'm going Paladin because there's no way that elephant-sized spike is going to be on Kane's back. No, sweetie. I actually legitimately forgot about the spike. It actually scared me. This episode is going to be mega loaded, so let's jump into the side stories. We have like 20 to get through today. Starting off with the man we were just talking about, Toma. It's been a while since we dove into his story, but just remember that he wants to become a Power Ranger, and he wants to make that one kid happy because he's miserable. Yeah, that kid. Oh no. Alright, time to find the kiddo. I put this story at the very beginning of the episode because it's the most important one we'll be doing today. Just saying, pay attention, please. The child's name is Riku. Write that down, we have to find Sora. A shoe! Kane really looking like a soldier for God from a Shin Megami Tensei game in this outfit. Man, Kane is telling us he recognizes the presence. Someone he knows. Who could this Mirage be? Toma is nearly late to his big audition to be a Power Ranger. That's admirable. Hopefully we can save this whippersnapper. A green Mirage. Someone Kane knows. Kane's rival? Abel! It's Abel Fire Emblem. Abel is Kane's #1 companion, his best friend, his rival, his cuddle buddy, his everything. He's the Green Knight to the Red Knight. These two made the Christmas Knights archetype in Fire Emblem, which is where the game always begins with a Red and Green Knight on your team. So finally, Kane's relevance to being picked as a Mirage has arrived. Time to take down Abel. I always preferred Kane to Abel in Fire Emblem. I just prefer the Blazing Emblem man himself. Just look at that portrait. Riku is okay. We saved him. What? Are you crying? Ha ha ha, so lame. I'd kick this kid right now. He's getting kicked. Abel has come back to his senses. He and Kane are wonderful friends again. Why does Abel have this giant spike on his back too? And why does his head look like the Xenomorph from Alien? Ridley, is that you? Crom asked if Abel would like to join us, but he says he's going to stay with Riku. Riku is a future Mirage Master. Is that sequel bait I smell? Playable Riku in Tokyo Mirage Sessions 2? Let's go! This entire scene has been pretty fanservice-y so far, but can we get some more fanservice? Together we ride. Oh my god. He referenced the Fire Emblem song. And Toma ended up making it to the audition on time. Oh yeah, everybody's winning today.
I fight for my friends.
れまでか。待て。何者だ。愛の炎をまといし紅の戦士マスカレイダーオーガスイッチャンオーガシステムブレイズアップトン。
Toma has achieved his dream. He finally became a superhero. Character arc for Riku. Yes, we love to see this. Anyways, this entire side story is just a big hint for a sequel. When I first saw this, I popped off. So let's get that sequel. Please. Please. I know this didn't sell well, but please let's get a sequel. I'll make Tinder Emblem again, please. Maiko time. Maiko just needs help moving stuff in the office. Maiko, please. This entire side story just revolves around backstory for Fortuna Entertainment. There's Kyria's debut album, Tiki's software, personnel documents, a television magazine, and a Fortuna Entertainment scrapbook. This is all just a nostalgia trip for Maiko, but it's really nice to get this detailed backstory of things that happened before Itsuki joined. And as an award for going through all this, we get a sequel to her first porn book. We got My Complex 2, baby. It was supposedly planned to be a trilogy, but nah, that'll never happen. At least this side story wasn't about Maiko having a hangover and then having her drink dirt to get over it. Everyone, I have a confession. I have something very scary to admit. I'm looking forward to Barry's next side story, so let's go do it. Oh yeah. Tsubasa and Ellie are doing a collaboration. Thankfully, this side story revolves more about these two queens than Barry. Barry's going to train Ellie, Tsubasa, and Itsuki, because, of course, it's Itsuki. And the training is just fighting. Doing 10 sessions. That's it. Hi, Hatanaka. This is a Barry moment that kind of makes me chuckle. We're in the idolosphere, and he's magically keeping track of us, and Itsuki questions it. Like, it's just so silly. I just picture, like, Barry in the background with binoculars looking. But then we find out that they're at 10 sessions now. Thanks for the assist, Tiki. Of course, he was using Tiki the whole time. Why would I think otherwise? Let's see the fruits of their labor. Dreamcatcher is one of the absolute best songs in the game, and probably my personal favorite? I don't know, it's tough to pick a personal favorite, but it's up there. It also sounds incredibly similar to Calamari Incantation from Splatoon. We don't know for sure if this is a reference to Splatoon, or just a coincidence, since this game released only 7 months after Splatoon did, and the songs were likely finalized by the time Splatoon came out, and the dev teams likely didn't have any communication between each other at that time. So I'm just gonna mark this down as a coincidence until we get concrete proof. I'd love for it to be a reference, I love Splatoon. I've been waiting for this song to also bring up the battle theme in this game. It has a very similar sound to Road Taken from Fire Emblem Fates. I'm not sure if this was coordinated because the two development teams were definitely talking because it's Fire Emblem and it's Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which is half of a Fire Emblem game. So they were obviously talking, and Fates released a few months before TMS, but the main battle theme just sounds like Road Taken at times. But we'll never know for sure. They'll probably never confirm, and if they do, I'll be very happy that day. Also, here's one of Barry's worst lines ever. Yep, that's Barry. It's been a minute since we hung out with Mamori, so let's do that. The director of Microwavin' with Mamorin wants to introduce a brand new aspect to the show. Sisterly love. They're casting an older sister for Mamori. The thing is, she's an only child and she's never been a little sister before. So of course, we've got to train. Ellie is going to be the older sister, which makes sense to me because she just seems like the older sibling type. Growing up, I was the younger sibling of my older brothers, just the two of us, and I can't really relate to any of the training they're doing, but that's okay. Actually, funny story, when I was finishing this game up for the first time back in 2016, my brother was visiting, and he was watching me play it. He hadn't really experienced something as Japanese as this game prior to this, so he was a bit shook. But it was a fun time and a good memory for me. I don't know if it's a good memory for him, but I look back at it fondly.
ねえ、マモリン、お腹空いたよ。お姉ちゃん、お昼ご飯食べたばっかりでしょ。何かおいしいおやつを作ってよ。しょうがないな、お姉ちゃんは。それじゃあたい焼きを作ってあげるね。時間かかるんじゃないの？大丈夫だよ、お姉ちゃん。電子レンジとラップ、それからこれ。レンジで1分、プロの味。プレミアム冷凍たい焼きがあればすぐだよ、お姉ちゃん。早くして、マモリン。私、お腹が空きすぎて爆発しそうよ。大変！急いで作らなきゃ。それじゃあ、今日も行くよ。心の温め、スイッチオン。
What lovely sisters. No. Let's hit up Kyria now. We've been neglecting her side story for a while, I won't lie. I'm sorry, sweetie, I still love you. Kyria and Tsubasa are collaborating on a song, and you know how Tsubasa is going to react. This whole side story is the final step for Kyria to accept cute things. This is her final side story. There are 3 per character. Toma's was earlier, and Tsubasa's will be up soon. But right now we got Kyria's. Well, how can we prepare for the cutest collaboration in Idol history? By seducing 2 Fire Emblem men, of course. Meet Cord and Board, 2 warriors from Shadow Dragon and Mystery of the Emblem. They're some of the first axe units you get in the game, so I guess they're noteworthy? Maybe? Kind of? Either way, we have to seduce them and kill them. One is into Kyria, and the other is into Tsubasa. This is a weird f***ing side story. And the weirdest part, back in 2016, at E3, Nintendo showed off this side quest to advertise the game right before it launched. It was genuinely awkward.
Kyria, thankfully, recovered from stun so she can seduce Cord. Yes. Go to sleep. Oh, phew.
That's pretty messed up, you know? You
I don't know.
The dude and then...
Did you see?
You know, he started it.
That's true.
He deserves it.
He's trying to hug you. I don't know.
I don't think we want that hug.
A little bit of an aggressive hug. I don't know.
Nope.
Not into that.
Anyway, Kyria learned to be cute for the final time, and now, the performance. That was Give Me. This is absolutely the most popular song in the game, outside of Kyria has finally accepted her cute side. Just to think how everything started because of her purple dinosaur plushie, Surgen. I really do like this plotline, even if it's a tad silly, because it's all about being who you really are, and that's the most important thing in life. Be who you are, you know? Who cares what other people think? We could all be a bit more like Kyria. Looks like Yashiro needs us ASAP. What will this very brooding man have for a story? Something sad? Something dark? Something silly? Yashiro hasn't eaten in literal days because he's been too busy. That's probably why he's a stick with no ass. I mean, Itsuki is too, but Yashiro is even more. Yashiro collapsed in front of the cafe. Bruh. Yashiro is just over here just eating to live. And the reason is because he doesn't know how to eat properly, I guess? It's because he's been on his own for 5 years because of his father disappearing in the very first cutscene. This is an interesting side story all about teaching Yashiro the beauty of food. Like, they're just trying to tackle this really heavy topic, and like, he can't feed himself because he's so dependent. I don't know, and they're just like making it all silly. I don't know how I feel about this, but it's fine. It's fine. He's gonna go on microwave with Mamori, you know. Microwave food, can't go wrong.
ヤシロくんがお料理を食べに来てくれたよ。ねえヤシロくん。
なんだいマモリン。
今日はね、川村屋の肉まんを作ったんだ。ちょっと味見してほしいな。
もちろんだよマモリン。
どうかなヤシロくん。
これはお布団のようなまんじゅうの優しい食感。しかしそれはまやかし。その後に不意打ちのようにほとばしる肉汁の絨毯爆撃。これはもはや味のバトルロイヤル。口の中で繰り広げられる手に汗握る攻防戦。うまい。うまいぞー。すごいやマモリン。やっぱりレンチンは魔法だね。僕の心の温めもスイッチオンだ。
Sneeze Detective Tiki! Okay, let's get bridal and finish up Tsubasa's side story chain. It's time for Tsubasa's first solo concert, and of course she feels nervous and doesn't feel ready. I mean, to be fair, she's done 3 solo songs, and one of them being a cover? But that's okay, we'll help her regardless.
Mess Yam.
A man by the name of Sawafuji, who hopefully isn't possessed by mirages, is going to write a song for Tsubasa. I don't have time to deal with a fake idol whose popularity was made artificially. Seems like our friend Sawafuji is grieving over an idol named Azusa. Maiko tells us that Azusa was an idol that was murdered in a Mirage attack a year ago. Also, Sawafuji got captured by a Mirage. Of course. And it's the same Mirage that killed Azusa. Of course. Sawafuji is seen with Pharaohs, and she's stealing his performa. Picking Pharos from Fire Emblem Awakening is a very weird choice, considering she's a one-off character. In Awakening, she's this woman who threw away her religion to join Walmart, and she was cool, but she wasn't in the game for long. And I don't know why they picked her for this, but I guess... I don't know who else they'd pick, I guess.
I really love singing.
Power of anime! Anyway, Sawafuji has now decided to write a song for Tsubasa.
I would be one ord.
So this outfit, okay, yes, it looks a bit funky. This is censorship. I'm not a fan of this censorship. They airbrushed her skin to be white to match the dress, so it hides her cleavage, but it doesn't. It just makes it look really not great. I much prefer the Japanese version of this outfit. If we had that version, I would have Tsubasa wear that outfit for the rest of the game. It's not that big of a deal. I will survive. It does not ruin the game for me. Anyway, we're finally done with Tsubasa's story. What's the best thing to do when you're done talking to the girl the game pushes to be the canon pair? You go hang out with the girl you think should be the canon pair. Ellie, what up, queen? We're going on a movie date. Okay, it's not really a date this time, but we're just going to a movie together. It's a date. And we're going to see Evil Ball of Dead 4, an absolute classic. I watched it on Hulu last night. Love that movie. Ellie says she can't handle horror movies, but she has to learn to enjoy them because her show, Dandelion in Love, is receiving a genre shift into a horror show. So she must learn to like horror. Let's do something less scary, like go murder real-life demons in an alternate distorted dimension of Shibuya. Wow, this is a Fire Emblem game. There are surprise reinforcements. Nothing we can't handle though. And with that, Ellie is prepared for her new role, the Horror Hunter Angel.
「闇の眷属がこんなところにまで。でもこの私、ホラーハンターアンジェが来たからにはもう好きにはさせないわ。灰は灰に、塵は塵に、闇は闇に帰りなさい。」
でない時もエリーは魅力的だと思う。
いつき、うん、ありがとう。
This chemistry is more genuine and stronger than a Hallmark Christmas movie.
エリー、あなた今ちょっとキュンときちゃったんじゃない？どっから湧いてきた？
Terracino has shown up and he's taking Ellie to Hollywood. Guess we'll find out about that another time. Okay, I know this has probably been a long episode, but we should at least start the next chapter. I want you all, the audience, the few of you who haven't played this game that's watching, I want you all to just take in everything you saw these past 9 episodes and throw it all away, because we're done. We're done with Tokyo Mirage Sessions. We're now entering Fire Emblem. But first, I need you to kiss him, Itsuki. Kiss him! Kiss him! Time skip alert! New clothes for Kyria and Tsubasa. My favorite casual outfits for them. Let's go! Anyways, we got this little piece of rock in the last dungeon, so we're gonna show it to Tiki. Only good things should come from this. Oops. It's okay, she's only sleeping. Typical Tiki, always sleeping. We need to restore Tiki's Dragonstone, to restore her memories, to find the root of the Mirage issue. That's enough for Fire Emblem for now. We'll get back to it soon, but first we're going to J-pop. The network companies have announced that they are no longer competing, and to show that, they're hosting a giant collaboration event called Enter Kingdom, which will essentially be a giant J-pop festival in Shibuya, including many of our previous friends, like Terracino and Horinozawa. And Tsubasa will be the main spokesmodel for the show. Surely this gigantic festival where Performa will be at an all-time high won't relate to any upcoming ginormous threats. I really love the atmosphere of this whole event. It's so flashy and fun. It's essentially a non-stop music festival in the middle of the city. It's pretty dope. We have to go talk to everyone and see how they feel about the event, and most are nervous or excited. It's just nice time to spend with our family buddies. I'm calling them family a lot in this episode. Also, hey, Horinozawa is here. Just a reminder, he's like the most attractive dude in this game, like, for reals. Just 5 more years. That's me every day, dude. Tiki has finally woken up. She remembers. She remembers how Fire Emblem is connected to this game. Finally, some answers. 5 years ago, during the mass disappearance, Garnif tried to take everyone away. Garnif is an evil sorcerer who revived the Shadow Dragon in Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, and here he wants to perform the Opera of Shadows, which is the J-pop version of summoning the Shadow Dragon. Back in the old world where Garnif first summoned the Shadow Dragon, the Warriors of Light tried to stop him, but failed and were sent to the Idolosphere. And that's how we got Chrom and Tharja and Kain and everyone else. So we have to stop Garnif before he performs the Opera of Shadows. But who could be the vessel for him? That's still the lingering mystery. We don't know. Who could it be? I don't know. I guess we'll have to restore all of Tiki's memories so we can find out. The Cosmic Egg, a baseball stadium nearby, seems to have gone bigger somehow. Something big is going on. And wow, the Cosmic Egg turned into an actual egg. Of course there's a giant barrier protecting the egg, so we're gonna have to dispel the barrier. Sounds like a filler arc to me. And of course there's an evil Yashiro. Sounds like a filler arc to me. Alright,